welcome to my channel and welcome to my website. My name is Daryl and this is Programming in Any Language. The website is www.black-duck.com. It's where you'll find all my videos organized in logical order. This is our final method, and this one would be used in the standard game as well. Here we check each column, each row, and both diagonals for the existence of 3 X's. We also check each column, each row, and both diagonals for the existence of 3 O's. If we find either, we set the corresponding Boolean to true. That's really all we have to do. The code to determine a winner was already coded back in the New Game button. Caution is advised here, however. It's easy to slip up and check up the wrong label. Easy to do. Once you're done, it's a matter of testing the demo for all 4 possible conditions. Take a look. So, we're going to create another method. Void. And there's our, we got an error with a problem here. Okay, we could kind of spell this thing wrong. We're going to go with a capital W there. Determine winner. Determine, I think we need an E here too as well. E, not a 3. There it is. Now we got it in shape. That's good shape now. Do file save, make sure I got that saved in there. And we'll go with it. Now, we're going to do determine the winner piece is basically checking your rows. So how do you actually do that? Well, you got to check X and you got to check O. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to actually say that check X. Then I'm going to say check horizontal. And I'm going to say if lbl0.text is set equal to X. Notice I'm checking the label, not the array. I could check the array if I wanted to, but I could check the label. This is why if we actually created the real game, you wouldn't need the array, because people would be populating the labels themselves by putting in an X or an O in there, and then you could use this particular thing to check it each time somebody changed something. A lot easier to do the actual game than it is to do the simulator. So we're checking the if X is 0, and we're going to say and LBL01 is set equal to X, and LBL02 is set equal to that text is set equal to, we're going to say the text in here too as well, that text. LBL0 text, we want equal signs now, they're not dashes. They were good there. And then we're going to say BLNX wins. Notice I'm not using braces when I put these if statements together. You don't need to if you only have one line in there. You're not really, a brace ties together a block of comments, a block of code. And we can simply use, if we're only having one here, we can simply do that. So X wins is equal to true here is what we actually want to say. And that's true. If all 3 things, X's, were found in that top row, that's exactly what we want. We now can check the next row. And we can do that by simply making a copy of this. I'm going to do it once, twice, because there's 3 rows. And I'm going to go with a 1 here, and a 1 here, and a 1 here. And I'm going to go with a 2 here, and a 2 here, and a 2 here. Keeping good track of what I've actually got in here. What we're going to do is we're going to check the vertical now. So we're going to say that if LBL 00.text is set equal to X, and LBL must be 10.text is set equal to X, and LBL 20.text is set equal to 0. I want to say BLN X wins is equal to true. And I want to copy this thing twice. And change this to, be looking at the second column, so BLN 1 0, no, BLN 0, row 0, column 1, row 0, row 1, column 1, and row 2, column 1. And this would be row 0, comma 2, row 1, column 2, and row 2, column 2. This will do all that for us. And all we have to do now is check diagonal. And that's if LBL 00.text is equal to, set equal to X and LBL, this will be the middle one now, so it'd be row 1, column 1 dot text is set equal to X and LBL, this will be on the bottom corner, LBL 22 dot text is equal to X. We want to say Boolean X wins is equal to true. And I'm going to say that the other going the other way, if we can start in the bottom left-hand corner, we go LBL 2 0 dot text is equal to X, and again the middle one, LBL 1 1 dot text is set equal to X, and this would be the top right, LBL 02 dot text is set equal to X, and again it's BLN X wins is equal to true. So that takes care of that little piece. Now we got to check O. C-H-E-C-K-O. And what I want to do is simply take this whole piece, copy it, lay it under here, and change all these to O. Kind of meticulous, but it sure saves typing it all over again. That gets all the O's there, but we also have to change the O wins. And we've got it set. So now we've got our thing done here. We'll do a file save. This will check things out for us. We did our file save. We'll do it again. Go ahead and start the game. And let's see what happens. New game. We got a Y win. Actually, it should say O wins, shouldn't it? Yeah, it should be X and O's. Should be. Let's change that real quickly. O wins. It's in our. That's right in here. X wins. Y. It's O wins. There we go. Now we're set. File save. I actually challenge you to do this thing without screwing up something in here. Because there's so many little pieces you got to tweak. It's easy to mess it up and not let it go right. There it is. Now we got O wins. We got an O going down here. Okay. Do it again. We got X wins. How does X win? One on a diagonal. Okay. How about O wins again this way? Let's go with O wins again this way and this way. X wins this way and this way. O wins this way. Let's get a tie in here. There's a tie. There's nobody winning here. How about, well, we're both up win. X's, we got X wins. We got another O. We got another O wins. Here's a total X wins. All of them are X's. Wow. How rare was that? X wins again. X wins again. X. I'd like to see a tie where we both win. Keep on going here. It's a tie. Why is it a tie? We got nobody winning. O wins. O wins again. You almost wonder if it'll actually happen. There's two X's there. There we go. There's a tie. It's a tie where X and O all win. So it works in all conditions. You want to be able to test that to see that it all happens. But the interesting thing about this particular application is this little piece right in here on evaluating the win is a good example of how to use a Boolean when you're checking these things. You set them both to false, and then if either of them wins, you set it to true, and then you compare the two Booleans afterwards to see if it's actually going to happen. So the determining winner sets the Booleans, and this thing evaluates the Booleans right in here. As far as the array goes, we have a very simple procedure right in here. Where is it? Where we actually designed the game. I think it's way down here. Simple little random number generator populates all of the elements in the array very quickly. But when we actually had to play with the thing and evaluate each element to see if it's an X and a 0, X and an O, we had to go through each element to actually do that. And that's one of the reasons I did that. I could have used an if statement, said if it's 0, 0 is equal to 1, then X else make it O, but you have a lot of code there. So I simply made them all O's, and then just check for an X, check for a 1 to see if they were X, and made a little bit less code, a little bit simpler to actually write the code and make this all happen. That's it. That's our random number generator tic-tac-toe simulator with Boolean. Pretty neat. We'll be using a lot of two-dimensional arrays going forward, so you'll see a lot more of this as it goes on. Well, that's our demo. After doing this, I think it might be a good idea to actually create a regular tic-tac-toe game. A good place for it might be in the methods section, since no array is really needed. But that was a good application. It wasn't long, yet it taught us a lot about two-dimensional arrays and how to work with Booleans. And we'll see both in many of the upcoming videos. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to use the websites for easy access to all my videos. If you get a chance, please subscribe. That way, you'll be notified when something new is available. We'll see you in the next video. Take care.